Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And of course, good morning, Mini Motorways. Let's go to Los Angeles for today's daily challenge, where we will start with a motorway. And should we ever need bridges, the speed limit will be increased upon them. That should be fun. All right, let's get this yellow down here, like so. The two of you can swing over this way, take care of that business. Should be fine. So, here's the deal. Eleanor? No, here's the deal. It is Monday, obviously. First thing Monday morning. And this is the only stream I'm doing this week. As y'all know by now, I have to travel fairly often for my real-time actual work job. And sometimes I have to go to Boston. And sometimes I have to go to Boston 3 times in a week. And sometimes, like this week, I actually have to go to Boston 4 times in a week. Because tomorrow, I have to be in Boston at like 8 or 9 a.m., which means I have to leave the house at like 6 a.m. because traffic is stupid. And I'm going to be in Boston all day, so I'm not going to get home until like 6. So no stream tomorrow morning or tomorrow evening. We're going to take a roundabout here. Wednesday, I have to do the same exact fucking thing. Thursday, I have to do the same exact fucking thing. On Friday, I do not have to do the same exact fucking thing. I do have to be in Boston at 9 o'clock, which means I have to leave the house at about 6 in the morning. I only have to be in Boston for like an hour and a half. My job on Friday is pretty much just to show up and swear in a witness and then bail. Except, also Friday evening, I have to be in Fitchburg for football. So, basically what I'm saying is, it's lovely that we're spending this time together, and there will be more time this week for those of you on YouTube, because after all, the YouTube schedule keeps on apace. But, the Twitch stream is not happening other than today. Is unfortunate. We'll be back next week, one hopes. It's also the case, like, my work is aware of the fact that I drive 90 miles one way anytime I get to Boston, and they have to pay for that. So they've been working, and part of the stuff I'm doing this week is training the new guy in Boston. So, like, the new Boston guy should eventually, very soon actually, be ready to take over the majority of this, which will mean less tripping to Boston. Tripping to Boston? That's a Dropkick Murphys song about drugs. They're tripping up to Boston. We're going to take a couple traffic lights here, just so that we have a couple traffic lights. Should be fine. Probably won't miss the extra 10 road tiles I would have gotten. Render unto me these light blues. Thank you very much. Boop and boop. 2 of you can go up there, service that business. I could have used my one motorway to get these blues up over this nonsense, but I think this little roundabout is not going to be a big deal. If we start having to use like a third color going in or out of this, then it will be a bigger deal. For right now, I don't consider this a problem. This is a perfectly fine roundabout. I was about to call it a perfectly cromulent roundabout, but no, that's a word that we reserve for traffic lights, apparently. Oh, God. I suppose I should talk about AEW, because after all, they did have a pay-per-view this weekend. And listen, I've been pretty down on AEW's product for a while now. AEW has embraced a lot of the things about WWE that I don't particularly care for. And, like, part of this, I think, is just the natural... Why did I take a bridge instead of a motorway? That was dumb. Oh, well. Part of this is just, like, naturally as the product develops, and just as now 5.5 years have gone by with AEW being a thing, it loses the novelty, right? You don't have this brand shiny new wrestling toy. It's just, oh yeah, this is the wrestling I watch. And lately, for the past, one could argue 6 months, and one could also argue 22 months, but lately for the past, pick a number between 6 and 30 months, the wrestling I watch has not been as good as it used to be. And part of that is just, shines off the apple. It's not the shiny new toy. It's just a thing that exists. Part of that is I'm, as fans, we're more keenly aware of the, strengths and weaknesses of AEW, both as an entertainment product and as a company that exists. It's a thing. It's reasonable. It's also the case that, especially lately, AEW is just like doing things that they used to literally make fun of WWE for doing. They just do them now. So that's bad. Let's take a third bridge. I'm going to use a bridge right here. We've got this yellow house, which will come down here, support this from the east. This is indeed a very annoying double plaza. It's like if you had two Aubreys. What are we going to do here? There is no good answer to this. Gross. I could have a spur off of the roundabout and a PCTL here and shoop the Reds down that way. That seems dumb. I could do a spur off of the roundabout here and then a motorway, which seems marginally less dumb. Like if we just do something like that, that'll support that business. It is, it's another business wholly dependent on this roundabout, which I hate. Another thought I've had, actually, is I could just voop this red house down here and do that. I don't think this business will love having one house of support when that one house is way the hell over here. I could kill this yellow road, motorway these yellow houses. Wait a second. I think I'm developing an idea. Work with me here. No, wait. Because I was thinking, if we come down here, we do a branch road off this way. We could also, but that would still have overlapping connection points here, so there's not really a good answer anywhere. You go off that way, you'll be fine. As long as this business isn't absolutely furious, like both of these red and both of these here are just being supported by one house right now, which is not what you want, I don't think. You go off that way. Ow, itchy. Okay. So the two of you come down here. You two go over there. You are going to use a bridge going in that way. That'll be fine. Render unto me a motorway. Thank you very much. We'll bring this green down here on a wiggly road to get over this way. I could have it go like up and around and down rather than use this bridge, but listen, this is why bridges exist. You don't typically have that much call for bridge usage in Los Angeles, so when it comes up, you might as well just use it. Ow, my eye. I got gunk in it. How about that? So yeah, this past Saturday was AEW's WrestleDream pay-per-view, and it was a pretty damn good show. I can't remember a card I was less excited for when it comes to an AEW pay-per-view coming in, but it had a really good main event, like a really good, interesting, well-booked main event, and a bunch of wrestling matches that should be really good. And it turns out that there were a bunch of wrestling matches that were fucking fantastic. Also, yes, WrestleDream is a wonderful name for a wrestling show. It's a very well-named event. So we've got a bit of a developing situation, and that is this red circle here is, well, a circle. That's not great. What we can do is we're just going to we're going to bring this down into here, slide that like so. I'm going to have these yellows go a little bit more upsy-overy to get down in here. And now we have 4 reds servicing this circle, which should, broadly speaking, be fine. We've also got the developing problem of this business is finally getting mad that it only has 1 house of support. So, here's what we'll do about that. I'm going to murder and kill the road going this way. We'll do that. Now there are 2 red houses going to this business. And we can then take... because I do have 39 road tiles, right? May as well use some of these. Boop, 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 and boop. So now these 4 right here. Oh, hi. These 4 right here can go around and in like such. Can you... I don't think there's a way to finagle you without having you hook up and over. So I think you're just going to have to be fine where you are. These blues here, you know what? These blues need a restructuration, actually. We need to rethink the positionment right here. We'll do that instead. It seems a little more straightforward and simply. You can come down like such. That'll be good. Okay. So now each of these has 2 houses going to them, which is wonderful. This over here has 6, and if I need, it can have a 7th. Actually, while we're here making things happen, let's just make that happen. Hey, look, a 7th. So we have 7 light blue houses going into this blue circle. We've got these 4 reds coming all the way over here to take care of that. 2 greens for that. 5 reds for that, 2 blues for that, and 2 and 2, and everything's coming up. Goog house. Oh, hey. A couple more greens just spawned. Wonder if that's an indication that this is going to go circular, or if there's going to be another green business soon. It's a good question, to which I presently don't have an answer. So a couple months ago, at All In, big stadium show, Wembley Stadium, London, England. Bryan Danielson, long time, excellent, super highly regarded professional wrestler. If you told a wrestling fan that Bryan Danielson is the best wrestler of all time, any decent wrestling fan would, at the worst, say, I disagree, but I understand. That guy, Bryan Danielson, has an ultra fucked neck and has just been like wrestling for 20 some odd years. So he's rapidly approaching the end of his full-time wrestling career. In fact, he recently said that he said about a year and a half ago that at some time within the next calendar year, he would stop being a full-time professional wrestler. So, you know, kind of wrestling on borrowed time. Let's see, we got a problem, which is this business over here. And I think the solution to that problem is going to be, we're going to grab these 3 greens. We're going to unhook this. I'm going to restructure this green business here. So these 3 will just swoop in like such. Meanwhile, the 3 of you will motorway number 1 yourselves over to here. I could have hooked you up and over, but then I would have had to deal with this nonsense, and it's just not worth it. Peters asks why I took a roundabout instead of a bridge on that last weekend reward thing, and my thinking was I had 2 bridges and 2 motorways at the time, and I didn't have any roundabouts. And there are situations where roundabouts are just straight up better to have than traffic lights. In this situation, I do have 2 traffic lights. It's unlikely I'm going to need to use 3 for the rest of the run, so I'm going to take a second bridge. So Bryan Danielson, fucking excellent, amazing professional wrestler, one of the best to ever do it, is rapidly approaching the end of his career. However, he's 1, fucking excellent, 2, goddamned beloved, and 3, had never been the AEW World Champion. He had, in fact, never held any title in AEW. which is kind of weird because he's been in AEW for several years and he's excellent. And listen, there are backstage reasons for that, which basically amount to Bryan Danielson, in addition to arguably being the best wrestler ever, is arguably the best dude to ever be a wrestler. And he didn't want it. He wanted to spend his time in AEW having awesome feuds and having awesome matches and putting over new guys. Well, eventually, he was convinced that it would be fine for him to win the world title. And not just win the world title, but win the world title in front of his family in the main event of the biggest show of the year, which is like top 5 biggest shows AEW's ever done. So that was nice. It was a good moment. It was a lot of fun. This past Saturday, that same dude, Bryan Danielson, world champion, had the title for a few months now, is, defending the title against his hated rival, by which I mean former friend who betrayed and tried to murder him, Jon Moxley. You know, it's professional wrestling. And, well, he lost. And not only did he lose, but he lost in such a way that establishes Mox as a top guy, like a tippity top. Moxley had already been made as a top of the promotion guy, but he recently turned heel, and now he's established as an ultra killer. And Bryan Danielson's last trusted ally in the whole wide world, Wheeler Yuta, turned on him and helped with the attempting of the murdering. Again, it's professional wrestling. One week a guy's teaming with you and you run off his enemies and you happen to celebrate your moral victory over them while that guy is writhing in pain and begging for your assistance and you don't happen to see him. And then the next time you're in a ring together, he kicks you in the face. Who could have possibly seen this coming? It's professional wrestling. The point is, this was fucking excellent, and people are mad about it. And the reason people are mad about it is that one, it happened in AEW, and two, people are dumb. So, we got a situation, which is this yellow business over here. This yellow business over here is presently unsupported. And that's bad. Let's point this red house west so that it can be the primary support vector for this business here. Should be fine. How are we going to support this yellow business here? I mean, the obvious answer is just Voop. And actually, yeah, I think we should thusly Voop. Okay. So we're going to have a roundabout come down here. You do that. We'll do a spur of the roundabout to the southeast that goes over here. And at the very least, keeps this business alive for a minute. Oh, good. More yellows. It's pretty much exactly what I wanted to see, is another yellow house going this way. Not as enamored with this, but hey, we can pull a couple of these light blues off like such, I think. Voop, voop, and over to Voop. There. So the two of you go that way. Give me a motorway. Thank you very much. So Wheeler Yuta turns on Bryan Danielson. It's important to note, Moxley won the match. Squeaky clean in the middle with his move. It's a thing that hasn't happened as much in AEW recently as it used to, and now we're back to the discussion of things AEW does that they used to make fun of WWE for doing, but now just do. One of those is a lot of the time a dude will win a match in such a way that means it doesn't fucking matter. Whether that's like, oh, you only won the match because your heel manager got involved and distracted the opponent and then you won. It's a thing that happens in AEW. You only won the match because your opponent's friend betrayed him and hit him in the head with a screwdriver and then he was sad and you hit your move and you won. That's a thing that happens in AEW, specifically a thing that happened in AEW on this fucking show. I don't want anyone coming out of this thinking that WrestleDream was perfect and AEW is totally fixed or nothing. It's not the case. But so Moxley won. Squeaky clean. In the middle. With his move. He got Bryan in a chokehold and Bryan passed out. And the referee was like, well, if I don't stop this match, the man's going to die of brain damage. So, guess I'm going to stop the match then. And the referee stopped the match, and everyone was like, "Oh, he lost!" And Moxley won, and he had the title, and he was happy. But his mission was not accomplished. He was on a mission to murderate Bryan Danielson. So he and his buddies, who used to be Bryan Danielson's buddies, they were all buddies together until they weren't. Moxley and his buddies commenced. There we go. Commenced with the murderating of Bryan Danielson. And out comes Wheeler Yuta and Darby Allin. Wheeler Yuta is Bryan Danielson's last remaining friend, and Darby Allin is a local hero from Washington who is also, like, friendly with Bryan Danielson and dislikes Jon Moxley. So, like, there's plenty of good reason for Darby Allin to be there. The actual reason Darby Allin was out there is that Wheeler Yuta needed someone to kick in the head to signify that he was evil now. And, well, Wheeler Yuta kicked Darby Allin in the head, signifying that he is evil now. And everyone was very sad because they like Wheeler Yuta, and they didn't want him to be evil now. But, you know, it's professional wrestling. This is what we do. This fourth greenhouse, we're just going to put a couple extra greens coming down here. So Wheeler kicks Darby in the head, and then Wheeler and his fellow Mox cronies duct tape Darby to the ring ropes, so as to force him to watch them murderate Bryan Danielson. And then they progress to murderating Bryan Danielson. They did a very good job of beating the ever-loving shit and choking the fuck, and generally making it seem as though they were trying to murder Bryan Danielson, which is a thing you can do in professional wrestling because they were not actually trying to murder Bryan Danielson. I feel the need to say this because still, people got very upset. Like, people were mad that Bryan Danielson did not get the same kind of retirement that, like, Sting got, right? So earlier this year, we recapped it at the time, but as a reminder, earlier this year, Sting, 60-something-year-old guy who, quite frankly, should never have been in a wrestling ring when he was in AEW, but did so mostly safely and did so completely awesomely, had an incredible final match, and he and Darby Allin won the tag team titles. And he got a big celebration, and there was confetti, and there were smiles, and everyone was happy, and we all went home the end. Okay? That's lovely for Sting. I'm sure Sting was very happy about that. Do you know who did not want that kind of retirement? Bryan fucking Danielson. Bryan fucking Danielson wanted to stop being a full-time wrestler in such a way that got as many awesome people over as possible. It's very good music. So Bryan fucking Danielson gets to have a retirement match. And listen, he's not never gonna wrestle again. He's been very careful about saying there was a stipulation at All In where if he didn't win the title, he would just straight up never wrestle again, but he won the title. Since then, he has been very careful about saying as soon as he loses the title, he is done as a full-time wrestler. And that, I am sure, is because every once in a while, including like maybe in a few months, who knows, Bryan Danielson's going to come in and have an awesome wrestling match because he's still an awesome wrestler. He is not a 65-year-old man who can barely move the way, say, Sting was. I've got two bridges, I've got two motorways. We're going to take a roundabout here. Bryan Danielson got to end his full-time in-ring wrestling career in such a way that cements Jon Moxley as a top-of-the-card sadistic heel motherfucker, turns beloved babyface Wheeler Yuta into a sadistic heel motherfucker, establishes beloved babyface Darby Allin as the guy who's going to beat Jon Moxley, just wait for it, folks, and was fucking awesome and surprising and gets people talking. It's fucking perfect professional fucking wrestling is what it fucking is. But people are mad because they didn't get their happy bye-bye Bryan moment. Even though Bryan Danielson's fucking career has been fucking defined by happy, bittersweet bye-bye Bryan moments. And need I remind you that a scant 2 months ago, he got to win the world fucking title in the main fucking event in Wembley fucking Stadium. He already had his super happy career cappy bye-bye Bryan moment. He just stuck around for a couple months later and then got murdered. It does sound like good drama. It sounds like good fucking shit. But people are mad. In part because people are always going to be mad at AEW for existing, because the very existence of AEW is a refutation of WWE, and people get very mad when you refute WWE. And just, yeah, things happened and there were consequences. Consequences, Parlor Ghost. There will be ongoing problems stemming from this. Who could have possibly realized such a thing? So what I'm doing here, returning to the matter of Motorways, is I've put in 2 perfectly cromulent traffic lights here. And the idea is that these 3 yellows here will come down this way and go into this circle. And this square will only be supported by these guys from way the fuck up here. I don't know if that's actually the way it's gonna work. In fact, I suspect that it's not. You know what? This whole nonsense situation, no, actually, it's bad. Problem is I can't really get a roundabout in here to fix it, because all of these fucking red houses exist. But, alright, we're gonna try this. I don't actually believe that it's gonna work anymore, but the idea... Yeah, I could just... You know, Peters has a good idea. I've got all of these yellows up here. I've got these 3 here. Why don't we just have... Let's just have the ones that come out of the southeastern spur of the roundabout swing down this way and be the support for this business. And this circle just gets all of these. What if we just do that? That seems like it would be better than what we have now. That would probably be good, actually. Yeah, we should probably just do that. It seems reasonable. Doing things that are smart and sensible and seem reasonable is not always the best way to succeed in life, but, you know, it's better than the alternative, I suppose. Speaking of the alternative, I suppose, this red business over here is angry about stuff, which seems rude to me, but, you know, I don't get a say in these things. So let's take these 3 reds right here. Very rarely see this little motorway formation we got going here. But anyway, we're going to pop motorway number 3, bring it over to here, and now you, 1, 2, 3 reds, will take care of this business here. This dark blue circle just got mad, which I find irritating, personally. I don't know about any of y'all, but it's not what I would have chosen. Let's have motorway number 4. I'm sure it'll be fine if we just plop motorway number 4 right in there. That's not going to create a horrible traffic nightmare or nothing. Absolutely. Okay. So you are now 5 greens going all the way down here via motorway number 1 into this business. That should be fine. We got a whole bunch of greens on this road taking care of this business. That should be fine. These 2 dark blues have already helped immensely with the calming and clearing of this business, so that is lovely. These 2 reds and now these 3 reds are supporting this. Okay. So yes, there are still, and will always be, because listen, nothing is perfect, and people in professional wrestling, shock of shocks, people in professional wrestling take influence and inspiration from the biggest professional wrestling company in the world. It's a shocking development. It's unconscionable to me, but it is true. So there will always be a little more WWE bullshit than you'd like in your AEW. This is just true. It is also hopefully true that AEW is and will continue to be good. It is certainly, even at everything but its absolute worst, AEW is better than WWE. This is true. It is a factual statement. They had a pretty good show. They had what was all in all a pretty good show that contained several excellent moments, including an excellent fucking main event. So we're starting to run into a rat-like situation here, where we've got plenty of red houses, but they're being funneled in such a way as to overfuck this business. And I don't know if there's anything I can do about that doesn't... Well, actually, hold on. If we bring the yellows up this way, we kill all that, and we have these yellows here approach this business from the here. We've now freed up. Oh, also, another thing we must do is come this way. Boop, boop. Nope. Okay. Well, that's going to put a damper on a lot of our plans, is the realization that we can't... What I wanted to do was sneak all of these reds somewhere such that they could loop in through here and then down to here, but that doesn't look actually feasible. So I also can't nudge this any further east. I can't nudge this any further north. So I can't really free these two reds to do anything. Unless... No. I don't even see an unless there. What I just see is some angry redness. Okay. Well, I don't think you're gonna die before Monday, which is good. This red square here got angry, which I don't understand. You have 7 houses going to you, buddy. You don't get to be angry. You've got 7 fucking houses going to you. Okay? Give me a motorway. And we're gonna take... I think we're gonna take these 4 reds right here, actually. We're gonna kill that road. What we'll do, to create a little more red harmony, is we'll have the 4 of you just motorway up and over everything. You motorway up and over everything. That means you avoid this clusterfuck. That takes some of the fuck clustering out of this roundabout, which should, hopefully, mean a little bit less heat in here, a little bit faster traffic flow going that away. It's a thought. Do you know what else is a thought? Here's a thought. I have 110 road tiles just sitting around doing nothing, right? What if we take a whole bunch of them and just kind of whoosh off this way? And once we've whooshed this way, we can... Interesting. If we have you go wee all the way around the bottom of the map, you can go up into here. And now these 1, 2, 3 reds can support this way up here. Is that actually a thing that needs happening? Well, you're pulling cars, so that's something. How's this circle looking? It's still kind of fucked, actually. This isn't the amazing panacea that I thought it would be. It appears to be catching up, though. Like, on the balance, I do think this is doing better than it had been. The problem is it's not doing well enough. Also, additionally, this blue guy is angry, which I have very little answer to. This green has started to get mad about stuff, which is unfortunate. We can give you another greenhouse, though. I do have another greenhouse here to give you. Got a bunch of yellows here that aren't doing anything, but there's nothing really that needs doing from the yellow front, so I think that's just going to have to be fine. This has started to get mad, which I find irritating. Give me another motorway. Okay. Being now possessed of another motorway, I have a conundrum. Let's Let's invest in a little minor restructuring, actually. I think if we blop like that, bulldoze that tree. Sorry, tree. But if you and you and you and you and you go over to here, all of a sudden I've added 5 rather than 2 dark blues to this business. I've also, unfortunately, kinda sorta ultra shanked this nonsense, but actually, I think I can make that better. If we do this down to here, ooh, that's all nice, one big road, haha. Okay. Good. Next. I don't know what's next. Next, we're gonna kill this. We're gonna run these 5 yellows up and over here like so. Bring them down this way. This is a perfectly cromulent traffic light. This is a better supported business. Everybody go. Everybody go. Okay. Once these dark blues unfutz themselves, I have another spare motorway. Now that I have another spare motorway, things can get interesting. You're still mad about stuff here. You're a red house. You can toss into that roundabout, go over that away that we will pretend is going to be fine. You are a red house. You can come up here, hop onto that motorway. That will be fine. Oh boy. You're a red house. You can come down this way, bulldoze that tree. Sorry, tree. Off you go that way. Okay. All of this is great ways to get reds over to here. We don't really have much to get reds up to here. Do I need that? Kinda. Feels like a thing that would be good to have. Is it a thing that I can have? Questionable. You're a green business. You're very mad about stuff. You are 2 greenhouses. What if we just staple you thusly? If we just do that, we do that. We wait for this to fix itself. We pretend this is going to be okay. We add another greenhouse here because one just spawned, which is convenient. We have this, and oh, now this is getting mad. You have 5 houses in a single road and nothing else involved. Why are you mad about stuff? Why are you pointing south? That's a good question. Why was this house pointing south? That's bad. This guy's still mad. Yeah, I think we might just be at a point where something's going to fall apart, and that's going to have to be the way it goes, maybe. Well, I said that when this was imminently doomy, but we're up over 3,600, which is good. Is there anything more I can do to feed anything anywhere? Like, I don't understand why this red is dying. This is the red that confuses me the most, honestly. You've got 89,000 things going to you. Why are you mad? I don't understand why you're mad. I don't understand why you're mad, other than just nature of the video game stuff, right? Like, it could just be nature of the video game that these things are mad at this point. But we've been in this state of almost dying death equilibrium for so long that we're at like 3,900 trips and nothing actually died yet. So this yellow circle's getting mad, which seems bad. Then again, everything's mad, so, you know. These 2 yellows here are presently doing nothing. Can they be incorporated in such a way as to do something? One of them can. We'll toss a roundabout there, have you hook up thusly. Yeah, that'll be a thing. I don't even pretend that it will be good, but hey, it'll be a thing. Maybe we can get up over 4,000? We can get up over 4,000, that'd be nice. And we have. Hooray! 4,002. I'll take it. I'll take it. 4,002 commuters lasted 121 days as a good thing. As top 3% in the world. That is better than Samurai Sam. Drop those GGs in the chat. Victory for me. Hooray, hooroo, and huzzah for the _Goog. Now, oh goodness, feels very nice. Bring in our very good friend, the Wordle. Come to me, my Wordle friend. Yes. Wordle and friend are both 6-letter words, so that's unfortunate. We will do shank, as in Bryan Danielson got metaphorically shanked by his bastard former friend Wheeler Yuta. Or, from Wheeler Yuta's perspective, the rightly aggrieved Wheeler Yuta, who stood by Bryan Danielson despite the protestations of Jon Moxley, almost lost all of his friends in the process, and then saw that bastard Bryan Danielson stand in the ring celebrating while Wheeler Yuta was a beaten, bloodied husk who Bryan Danielson didn't even have the decency of helping to his feet. That's basically Wheeler Yuta's perspective, but you know. One of these people put a plastic bag over the other's head and literally tried to suffocate him with it. That person is in the wrong. It's a good rule of thumb. Not perfect. Not perfect, but a good rule of thumb. So, there's an A in the word. It could be after. It could absolutely be after. It's not, but it could have been. Well, let's see here. It could be, well, it can't be Talon. There's no N. It could be Tapmo. Now, granted, Tapmo isn't a word, but other than that, it could be Tapmo. It can't be Tempo because there's no E, and that doesn't contain an A. It can't be something like cheat because there's no E. It can't be enact because, again, there's no E and also no N. So good job, Goog. It can't be Botha because, well, we know that the T's not the third letter. So, oh boy. It could be a great many things. What is it? I don't fucking know. It can't be trade because there's no. It could be Bodie. It could absolutely be Bodie. Is it Bodie McWhirtleface? No. No, it's not. No, it couldn't have been Bodie because we already knew that the third letter wasn't A. Damn it. Damn it. Well, we've learned a thing about the placement of the T, which is something. Oh, God. Okay. It can't be hatch because there's no H and the T isn't the third letter. It's not plate or splat. It's not gloat because we know there's no O. It's not. Oh boy. It's not Tuvma. It's not a word. Other than that, it could totally be Tuvma, but it's not. It's not hasty because there's no H and no S and no Y, and the T isn't the fourth letter. That's one of the worst guesses I could possibly make right now, would be hasty. Oh, let's see here. It's not tacky. There's no K and no Y. Ghosty usually uses the same word. Yeah, I suppose I could ask what starting word that is, but I feel like that would give away a great deal of information. So, It could be tacit. It could be tacit. Yeah? No? Okay. Well, we finally figured out where the A and the T go. That's gonna help a little bit. So, Is it ghost? Do you just use ghost? It's a decent starting word. It's got an S, got a T, got a vowel. It's fine. Drop those ghosties in the chat. Oh, God. I feel like, we've gotten pretty... Well, I guess there could be a G. There could absolutely be a G in here somewhere. It could be... No, it can't be gaslit. That's a 6-letter word. There is a U. It could be gaunt? No, there's no N. It could be vault. It could be vault. Sam, you did do well. We both did very well on today's daily challenge. I just happened to do, better. As a thing that happens sometimes. Is it gamut? It could be gamut. That would get, benefits from G and the T. It could be gamut. It better be gamut, because this is our last fucking guess. Oh, good. Well, if only there was an expression I could use for the endurance test that this word will put me through. Something I had to run in order to survive and get the word. Oh, well. Nonsense. Let's play connections, shall we? So, we need... Oh, boy. Okay, so what do we have here? I see pony and comb. Those are like hair things. Actually, for that matter, pony, twist, braid. Those are... and bun. Those are all hair things. Twist, braid... Yeah, it could be pony, braid, twist, and bun. Could also be... like roll, bun, and salad are all things that you have on the side of a meal. But I don't see a fourth one of those. Yeah, let's just go with this. Hooray! Ways to wear your hair up. Okay. That's smart. Oh, big stretch. Oh, God. Oh. Ow. So if you are rooting, digging, combing, and sifting, this means you're just going through stuff, looking for a thing, right? Yeah, rummage. That's the word. Sam, I did not wake up because of a really loud thunderclap. I did not hear it at all. I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't gloat about that. If it makes you feel any better, I woke up at 4:15 this morning because I just wake up at 4:15 in the morning. So, roll, clap, rumble, and peel are things that thunder does, actually. And then salad, table, tree, and book are... I have no idea. Yeah, what's the connection here, game? They're things that can have leaves. Okay. Alright, that's... Okay. Listen, you're not wrong. We don't have to like it, we just have to acknowledge that it's not wrong. It is, in fact, not wrong. So, for today's Strands theme, we got a gil-huh, as Jeff Foxworthy's uncle would say. So this is like words that mean exit. I do see scram. Like, we got scram right here. Is this just get... Okay, that's literally getting out of here. I feel I deserve credit for finding one that literally means getting out of here. No? Okay. Fine. Wasn't married to that anyway. Shitbag video game. So, that is a big open hole. That is the verb to make a big open hole. This is a component. This is multiple components. Ow. Parlor Ghost is angry. You finished it and you're mad. Excellent. Excellent. This is square. Let's see here. So, Parlor Ghost sent out 2 different teams of bloodhounds and eventually found the words, which is good. Peter sees bungee around here somewhere. Aha, bungee. Listen, you can go bungee jumping. Okay, that's interesting. Are these boing words? Are these like? Are we looking for parachute? Skydive? No, not there. Well, here's exit, but not T, so it's not exit. This is a word that means upsetting, but not actually related to the thing. So we can move, or we can make several moves. Get out of here, and one of them's bungee. Is it just video game manufacturers based off of a phrase that I happen to remember from Batman: Arkham Asylum when you're in the morgue and Scarecrow's all fucking with Bruce for the first time and you just hear voices in your head that say, "Get out of here! You shouldn't be here! Get out of here!" It's very creepy. Very well executed. Miss Pasta. You can have creepy pasta. That's a thing. No? Okay. You can have John Paul. No, that's not how you spell that. Well, we'll get there. It could be multiple hats. Could absolutely be that. Could be a thing that happened in the ago time. Could be a disposable adhesive. I'm sorry? I'm sorry? What? So you've got... So a bungee is like a cord. And tape is... I don't understand how those are related to a theme of Get Out of Here, but okay. Interesting. Sam saw a truck. What? What? Wait, what? Now I'm very confused. Okay. Oh! Bungee, tape, truck, dolly. These are moving supplies. Moving something. Like moving is part of the spangram. Moving day. You pack your boxes. Okay, I understand now. It makes sense. I appreciate it. When you're getting out of here, you're moving. This is even going to look like a little station wagon when it's all highlighted in gold. That's good. I like that. Well done. Well done, video game. Okay. And you need a crate. That's another word for a box. And you have the top of your sailboat, which isn't, but okay. We have a samurai here, but that's a 3-letter word, so it can't even... it's not even going to be connected. Yeah, no, too short. Sorry, Sam, if only you were taller. All right, so here's our spangram. It's moving day. See how it looks like a little loaded-up station wagon? That's nice. And we've got 2 words down here, which... I mean, there's 9 letters. There's only so many ways to organize these into 2 words, one would think. There's Patrick. That doesn't help. There's Bernard and Bianca. And it could be foam, like packing foam. Okay. And tarps. Wait, no. No. Oh, strap. Okay. Tie down with it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Listen, that was not the most straightforward Game of Strands that's ever been, but I wouldn't necessarily call it unfair, horrible bullshit. Foam and bungee are not, they're very difficult to tie together in such a way. For today's Immaculate Grid, we need Angels, Blue Jays, Phillies, dudes what won a Silver Slugger, dudes what scored 100 runs in a season, and dudes what played the outfield a time. Okay. An Angel who played the outfield is Darren Erstad. Blue Jay who played the outfield is Kevin Kiermaier. Blue Jay who scored him 100 runs in a season is Alex Rios. He was never that super great an on-base guy. He probably did it. Any guy who would have been at the top of the lineup when the Blue Jays had like Vernon Wells and Carlos Delgado, which it occurs to me they may literally never have been teammates, actually. I could go a little bit further back and just say Robbie Alomar. Robbie Alomar almost certainly scored 100 runs one time with the Blue Jays. Yeah, okay. There's no T in Alomar. Roberto Alomar. He scored 100 runs one time. An Angel who scored 100 runs in a season. That seems like a thing David Eckstein would have done. He was good-ish. Dude who won a Silver Slugger playing the outfield is, imagine if you traded Mookie Betts. What kind of stupid person would trade Mookie Betts? Who would have Mookie Betts on their baseball team and decide that their baseball team would be better served by not having Mookie Betts? Fucking imagine. A dude who won a Silver Slugger and scored 100 runs in a season is Derek Jeter, probably. Seems like a thing he would have done. Dude who won a Silver Slugger for the Philadelphia Phillies is Jimmy Rollins, or Chase Utley, or Ryan Howard. All of those things. We'll go with Jimmy Rollins. Philly, who was also a Blue Jay, the most obvious one is Roy Halladay. And it's 7:57, so let's just go with the most obvious one. At 59%. Holy shit. Yeah, that was, there are layups, like Robbie Alomar was a layup here, and then there was, oh my god. So we need a Philly who was also an Angel, and man, I'm sure such things exist. It would be very mean of me to have tried Roy Halladay for this square, so I'm glad I didn't. Let's see here. Ryan Howard was a Philly, but never an Angel. Jim Thome was a Philly, but never an Angel. Tim Salmon was an Angel, but never a Philly. Jim Edmonds was an Angel, but never a Philly. We're going to be here for a while. Brad Lidge was a Philly, but never an Angel. Craig Kimbrell was a Philly, but never an Angel. K-Rod was an Angel, but never a Philly. Oh boy. Nolan Ryan was an Angel, but never a Philly. Kurt Schilling was a Philly, but never an Angel. Jamie Moyer was a Philly, but never an Angel. Mickey Morandini was a Philly, but never an Angel. John Kruk was a Philly, but never an Angel. The aforementioned Chase Utley was a Philly, but just ask the Mets, he was certainly no Angel. Drop those OMGs in the chat. They're down 1-0 and got obliterated in game 1. It's probably fine. It might not be fine. The Dodgers are significantly better than the Mets, actually. It might not be fine. Well, shit, son. Real Cormier was a Philly, but never an Angel. JC Romero was a Philly, but I don't think he was an Angel. Octavio Dotel may well have been a Philly, but I don't think he was an Angel. Uh-oh. Mo Vaughn was an Angel, but not a Philly. Anthony Rendon is an Angel who's never been a Philly. Mike Trout is an Angel who's from Philly, but has never played for the Phillies. Shohei Ohtani was an Angel, but never a Philly. Sean Figgins was an Angel, but I don't think he was a Philly. Doesn't sound right. Alec Boehm is a Philly who was never an Angel. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. There are a few I wouldn't know. I'm sure there are dudes I've heard of who fit the square. Of course, one of the ones I've named. Of course. I've named 85 guys. I'm not going back and naming guys again. I'm going to name different guys. Cliff Lee was a Philly. I don't think he was ever an Angel. Zach Greinke was an Angel, but never a Philly. Son of a bitch. Jared Weaver was an Angel, but never a Philly. I think AJ Burnett was a Philly, but never an Angel. Bartolo Colon? I don't think Bartolo Colon was a Philly. He bounced around a lot at the end of his career, but I don't think he bounced to Philadelphia. I could be wrong. Oh boy. Bryce Harper's a Philly, never an Angel. Benji Molina was an Angel, but never a Philly. Oh, for Christing out loud. For the fuck of it. JT Real Muto is a Philly who was never an Angel. Kyle Schwarber, Nick Castellanos. These are both present Phillies who have never been Angels. Shit, man, shove me in it. We already used David Eckstein and Darren Erstad, which is unfortunate. There is a current Philly who was an Angel. Okay, well, my ostensible favorite baseball team just played the Phillies. Let's think about this. Jeff Hoffman's a Philly. Couldn't tell you what the fuck he was before that. Ranger Suarez is a Philly. I think he was a Phillies prospect. Carlos Estevez is a Philly. And for all I know, he was conjured from whole cloth and created out of thin air at the trade deadline. I don't know where the fuck they got him from. My luck, it's probably the Angels. Is that a job assignment for today? It is not. Hooray. Oh boy. Son of an bitch. Carlos Ruiz was a Philly. Never an Angel, though. Everyone remembered a cot for choice. God and fuck and damn it. Mike Hampton was an Angel. Never a Philly. Oh boy. Troy Percival was an Angel. Never a Philly. Eric Gagne was an Angel, I think. Might be confusing him with someone else. Never a Philly, though. Matt Stairs was a Philly. Never an Angel. I ran out of current fucking Phillies. I don't know any more okay, hold on. Current fucking Phillies that I can fucking name. Trey Turner? Was Trey Turner an Angel? No. He was a National and a Dodger. Okay. So Alec Boehm, Philly, never an Angel. Trey Turner, Philly, never an Angel. Who's the second baseman for the Phillies? I don't fucking remember. Bryce Harper, already named him. Kyle Schwarber, already named him. Nick Castellanos, already named him. Yeah, I'm out of fucking Phillies. It's bad. It's not a good thing. Jesus. Mark Langston was an Angel. Never a Philly that I know of. Son of a boy. Son of I don't want to make gender normative assumptions, but most male people are sons of boys. Sons of Boys is the title of the episode. So I'm glad we stuck around for an hour and 5 minutes today. We got to know the title of the episode eventually, but also, shit, man. So, Sam, you say I've already named a dude who totally fits the category, right? All right. Fuck it. JC Romero, turns out, actually was an angel, and I just misremembered. Hey, I was right. I was right. It's an immaculate grin. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Ugh. Shane Victorino was an angel? Brandon Marsh was TIFL. Brandon Marsh was apparently Raul Ibanez was an angel? The more you freaking know. Okay, folks, that is going to do it for us here this week on Good Morning Mini Motorways. I will be back on stream next Monday. I'm sorry, it's just, listen, got to do what we got to do. There's extra money and time and all of that. It'll be fine. We'll be back next Monday for another edition of Good Morning Mini Motorways. And again, for the folks on YouTube, there will be normal YouTube uploads. Baldur's Gate and Ace Attorney and all that. Have a good week, everybody. Bye-bye. Armando ingested poison. Ooh. Traces of poison were found in the victim's coffee cup. No poison was found in the vicinity or on the suspect's person. It is unclear how the poison entered the victim's coffee cup. Do you remember when I said that the necklace contained, and I quote, poison or blood poison? Well, I was right.